Oh man, it hit me. When I did my stem cell transplant, when I mean I was slumped like in bed, I started to see stuff. I got, and I'll say it straight up, and there may be people that don't believe me. I got to see spiritual warfare right in front of my face, and I mean it was galactic. It was mesmerizing. It was out of this world. It wasn't something that I could paint. It's not something that I can tell you about. Angels aren't people. They're not humans.
Mm-mm.
Not as you and I look. They're not. Dude, I was there and I opened my eyes and I remember I didn't have no hot fever. I was on no medication. Remember, I took no medication. And I was just on my lowest of lows. It was just one of those days where I was just drained by the chemo and I was about to do my stem cell transplant and they got me as low as they could. And it might have been day one of my stem cell transplant or the day right before. I don't remember. I don't remember. Let me answer this. Anyways, oh, you got me something?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you're so sweet. I didn't get you nothing.
You got me food.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did. But I'm
brought
not
me
going to say
food.
that. Anyways, but when I mean, I called my dad. My dad is my witness because he's the only person I called to share it with because I didn't feel the need to share it with anybody. It was my experience. And I just remember I was there and I was tired. I was sleeping all day and I wasn't asleep. I remember I opened my eyes and then I just saw just it. Dark, light, beams. And I could see it. And I remember feeling a sense of joy. And I was like, and closed my eyes to make sure I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. And I opened my eyes, I could see it all again. And I could still see my bed, it was under me, but I was having this beautiful movie that God gave me. Straight up. I'm putting in words the best as I can. And no words were said, but I can hear everything I needed to hear.
Hmm.
And I literally saw, I remember I did it again and I went, and I was like, I'm tweaking. And then I was like, wait a second. I was like, no way. I was like, I'm seeing it. For a second, I was like, I'm dying. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm alive. This is, God showed me what I need to see. It hit me immediately. And I was just like, and I was watching, dude, and I could see light overcome the darkness, and I could see the beam come to me, and I was healed. I was good. I'm good. And after that, I got chills. You know,
Yeah.
can you zoom in? I got chills, and and I was like, and I went, I'm gonna go to sleep now. I laid down, bro, and I saw spiritual warfare in a sense of I can see the demons fighting for me for my death, and I can see life, and it wasn't light. It was bright, but it wasn't a lamp. I couldn't see I couldn't pinpoint where it was coming from. It wasn't a flashlight. It was just energy, okay? And the darkness was darker than I've ever seen, and it looked galactic. That's the best way I could put it. Straight up, like it when AI puts a galactic universe look together. Now, just look like an artist. God Himself is going, okay, and that's what I was seeing. And then I was like, and then I would look at the room under me, and it wasn't moving. And then look up, and I see it all, and I was like, they're winning. I'm gonna be fine. And that's when I knew for 100%, dude, that I was gonna ring my bell from that hospital, and I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I called my dad, and I don't think I've shared that with maybe a couple people. I called my dad, and I told him about the what I was seeing. And he's like, oh, shut up. And I said, Dad, I don't care if you believe me. I just need you to remember me telling you this. That's all I need you to do. And he's like, no, dude, them Angels are winning, ain't they? And I was like, Dad, they already won.
Mm.
And then I fell asleep and I woke up like 12 hours later. And I called my dad on purpose, and not just for the mere fact to be my witness, but just for him to remember that phone call that I was awake. I was awake. I wasn't high on no drugs. It was it. And that's when I knew. I was like, oh man, I'm good. There's that voice. I see you, voice. I see you, God. I promise I'll do what I can when I get out. But let me get better so I can show people what you can do. Even whenever doctors don't know how. Don't know how I'm getting better. Don't know how everything fell in place the way it's supposed to. They don't know how everything just happened the way it was supposed to. I had no relationship with my doctor. None of them. And they all said that's the best thing you can ever experience. Because when you have a relationship with your doctor, that means you're seeing your doctor too much. And I remember whenever I took my picture with Dr. Kelly, she goes, I feel like I never even got to know you. And I was like, that's a good thing, remember? She goes, you're 100% Tobias. Gave her a hug, shook her hand, gave her another hug and squeezed her, took a picture with her, never saw her again. Went on to Dr. Spall. Man, I've seen Dr. Spall, I think, like 8 times in the past 2 years. All for appointments. Oh, that's not true. Probably a little bit more, but just quick conversations. As in, when I mean quick conversations, I'm talking about like, I'm in my appointment for 2 minutes and she's already done talking to me. She just runs through like, everything looks good, any problems? Like, oh, cool, okay, great, you're still resting, stay out the sun, because I still can't be in the sun. Stay out the sun as much as you can, don't get sunburned because you get skin graft host disease, whatever. I don't think I can, because that's just what God's telling me. As you can tell, I got a little farmer's tan already, because God's letting me be in the sun a little bit longer. But yeah, man, I wanted to share that. I definitely wanted to share that experience that I had, that God let me witness. And it is not a blur. It was not a dream. It was clear as day in my eyesight. And it is the most beautiful thing. And I wish he lets me see it again. I pray to God he lets me just see it again. Just in my sleep, in my dreams. I don't care, because, man, it was the greatest feeling in the world. And that feeling I felt was God going like this. And I was right in the palm of his hands. And it was amazing.
I believe it.
There was no worry in the world. There was nothing. It was nothing but a better word than peace.
Word can't even describe.
Death feared it. Wow. Death lost to it.
Huh.
And it was the most, man, it was amazing. I wish I can have like telepathy and just hold your hand and you can experience it with me.
Yeah. Not that, but I've seen something similar. Not
yours was cool. That's why I was like, I'm glad you said that. You reminded me to say it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And
that right there was something. But man, that sounds immaculate.
Oh, it was so amazing. It was so amazing.
Give me a hug,
and
bro.
I don't know if anybody has ever experienced anything like that, but if y'all have, y'all know what I'm talking about.
You're healed.
But it was amazing. It was one of the greatest feelings I've ever felt in my life.
I'm happy you're here.
Yeah, I'm happy I'm here. I'm happy to be here every second, bro. I'm a walking miracle.
Love you, man.
Yeah, love you, bro.
I'm so happy you're here.